I'm Kwamena, a partner with the Let Us Breathe Collective and the lead steward at Breathing Room Gardens. My role that I play here is that I'm part of the Sustenance and Sustainability Circle, which is basically just anything that help our bodies like keep moving. So food, gardening, holistic health, anything within that realm. That's what I'm attached to up here. So the space has been here since 2017. I've been involved with the Let Us Breathe Collective since 2016. I started off with them just going to the train takeovers in North Lawndale, where we were just getting on the pink line and just, disturbing some shit. So yeah, we've had breathing room here in back of the yard since 2017. We got it after we were occupying a space on Homeland called Freedom Square. And yeah, like it was kind of crazy coming to this space because we were going from being outside with like no electricity, no running water, and no shelter, and now like just moving from that space, we like got breathing room. Like now we have walls, and now we have electricity. It's been like really transformative because like now we didn't like paint on the walls, and like the floors are completely redone, and we're just doing some really awesome programming here. Like we just got done doing an art program, art initiative with Illinois Humanities, where we're teaching free art classes to the youth and to the community. And now that the season's changing, we're just trying to get back to our growing efforts. So yeah, we're trying to get our own food growing, and we found out quickly that we couldn't do that in our entrance because it's pretty shady out there. And then we like conveniently linked up with Steve. That's how we found him, just like exploring the community and canvassing, and realized that he didn't really have any water access, and he was growing like hella food. Like he had all the food out there and no water, and we were just like, how? And so that's how our relationship got started, because we're like, you can store your food in our refrigerator, you can come and get water, come and store your supplies over here. And now that's grown into like this really great relationship because he's a resident here, and he's been helping us shape like our gardening program, our food program, and yeah, we're hoping that that stays that way and it just blossoms into something beautiful. So a lot of the events that we have here, the main one being our flagship event, Breathing Room Series, where we have the community come in, and we'll have free food, we'll have free massages, we'll have our free store open. But a lot of the reason why people walk into our doors is because we do offer the free dinner, because folks need to get fed. So not only with Breathing Room, but the other events that we host, we try to make it to where even if it's just a meeting, like there's a meal for somebody to come and chow down on, because we need that to be moving around in here. Just like it's a lot of people, it surprised me because a lot of people come in and they're just like, we're hungry. Like I feel kind of weird that we don't even have food out right now because I'm hungry right now, and I just think that that's weird that people be moving around throughout the day hungry as hell. Like that's not normal. And so like that's what I'm trying to do, is like make it more of a ritual for folks to like sit down and eat, and be more intentional while they're eating. So yeah, like even if we're having a meeting, like we'll try to have some type of little spread, even if it's just like a snack spread, something to keep your body moving.
What are some of your favorite things to cook for people?
So I'm from Texas. I'm not even from Chicago or the Midwest. So a lot of the food that I cook is like Gulf Coast regional. That can be anything from like barbecue to like Creole, to down south comfort food. I've been trying to like transform like a lot of the southern food that I cook, because like I'm not really digging on the swine anymore or the dairy, but no, like I'm getting better at it too, because the last event we just had for the photo exhibit with Getting Grown Collective, I made a vegan mac and cheese, and I've been like tweaking that recipe for 2 years, and like the impact it had on folks. I wish I were here, I swear, because my partner, he for real, I'm glad it's on camera, because he had dogged me for a vegan mac and cheese I made one time, and I felt really, really bad about it. And so like last week when I was making it, I had him on my mind the whole time. I'm like, I'm gonna get this recipe down. and everybody loved it. It was like a full house. It's probably like the most people I've ever seen in here. And there was like, I only made the mac and cheese and catfish, but the buffet that we usually sit our food on, it was packed with food. Like, it was really, I was impacted the way that the space was activated last week, because the number of people and the amount of food that we had here, it was just wild. It's like, this is what the space is here for. Like, the organizer had started apologizing, like, I'm so sorry that it's packed in here. No space. I'm like, girl, this is what Breathing Room is here for. Like, we here for the community, and we here to feed folks. Like, that's the main reason I'm here. That's how I know, that's one of my gifts. I know I have an affinity to food, and I want to share that with other folks. And Breathing Room has like created that platform for me to like share my skill set with folks. And Steve has just been amplifying that. So like, I really didn't even know where our food was coming from. I'm just used to like working in restaurants, and the food just shows up off a truck or whatever. And when I got out of the industry, and you know, I started volunteering at farms, and I found Steve just growing okra, and there's like a flower growing with the okra. I'm like, yo, like, this is dope. I love this so much. This is exactly what I needed. Like, I really wanted to see where the food was coming from, and now that I've seen that, I really want to like share that with the community. Like, everybody should know where their food comes from. Not just like seeing it at a grocery store and then heating it up however in the microwave, and then it just being on your plate in 3 or 4 minutes. Like, you should see it from seed to plate. And that's how I really see myself functioning in the space. As far as like educating folks with Steve, like just having more seed to plate classes, and sharing the knowledge of like how these foods that we're growing can benefit your body and the earth, because like a lot of the foods that we're growing now and that we're hope to grow in the future can actually like heal the soil. And I think that's like really wealthy for people to know. That's like knowledge that people need to know, that we have the power to grow our own food and like heal our own land. Because I think that a lot when it comes to liberation, for me, a lot of that has to do with like reclaiming the land that we're living on. So, yeah.
Cool. What are some of your visions or goals that you want to see
in Breathing Room?
Yeah.
So Breathing Room, the intention for Breathing Room was for it to be a resource hub for things that aren't like readily available in these communities. So that could be mental health wellness centers, or that could be nutrition, education, arts, housing. And so I know like in the past we haven't really been like digging into the environmental justice or like food sovereignty aspect of liberation. And for me, that would be the goal for us, to just like really immerse ourselves in really name what it is that we see ourselves, how we see ourselves supporting those efforts, so that we can like reclaim the autonomy to produce and distribute our own food, and like actually make this a food hub. So not only just be serving people food like dinners at events, but actually being able to grow our food and or like offer up food for people to sell to make money if that's what they need to do. Yeah, so I just really hope to see it become a food hub for the community, in cooperation with the other initiatives that are going on here, because other folks are doing like the plants over there, and Precious Blood is like 3 blocks away. And so like just having Breathing Room here within the vicinity of you know, other entities that are doing the same or similar work to us is really like motivating me to see through like our food program and our gardening program, because we have all the potential here. Like, we have everything that we need here. It just needs to be, you know, things need to be implemented. And you know, that might be the hard part, but also like I'm kind of excited about it, because I know it's gonna come with some growth.